What's up, guys, and welcome back to another weekend deal update live from Duke University for the last time. Now, today we're going to highlight the 10 best running shoe deals on the market. If you've watched before, you know I round up all the best deals that we see out there and I throw them in here jam-packed for you. I also have all these deals on Supwell now, so I'll put that link in the description below. And I've been updating the best deals page throughout the week, so anytime we see a new deal pop up, we'll throw it there. So if you guys all want to help crowdsource deals, make sure to email me at yoanna@supwell.io, or you can follow the Instagram Supwell Running and send me a note there. Thank you to all the people who've already been helping with this and sending emails. Super appreciated. We do this so that the community has a place to go to find the best running shoe prices. Now, one last thing before we get into it, I've had two questions come in recently about race day shoes for spring marathon. So someone was waiting on a deal on the Pro 3 and that SC Elite V3 deal popped up. So I told them, dude, this is probably going to be the best deal that we see to race day. Someone else was asking me about the Vaporfly and whether or not I thought that was going to go on sale. And so it's getting a little bit dicey right now. There's the SC Elite V4 is releasing soon. There's not too many other top tier racers that are going to be releasing in the next month or so. So if you have a race coming up January or February, what you see is likely what you're going to get in terms of marathon racer prices. I don't foresee the Pro 3, at least in January, getting any sort of discount. Same thing likely in February. So if you're looking at Pro 3, Vaporfly, any of those top tier shoes, you probably just go ahead and buy whatever colorway you want now, because we're not going to see any significant price decrease on those. That being said, SC Elite V3, let's highlight that one right away, get into it here. First one, this is the best marathon racer deal on the market right now. It's $120. I haven't seen any other race day shoe at this price point in a long time. So if you're looking for something that's a little bit less aggressive for race day, if you don't want to race in a Vaporfly or Pro 3, this one right here is going to be your best bet. This guy's a little bit of a softer feel from the fuel cell foam. It still has a carbon fiber plate, but it's a more forgiving fit altogether, a little bit of a wider toe box. The foam and geometry isn't as aggressive as some of what else is on the market. So if you are in the market for a nice forgiving race day shoe for your spring marathon, this guy right here with this yellow colorway, this could be it for $120. All right, guys, next up here, now getting away from the race day conversation and moving toward the other side of the spectrum, the max cushion recovery shoes. We have the Asics Gel-Nimbus 25 for $120. Now, this was a shoe that I put nearly 300 miles on in 2023, and I absolutely loved every second of my first 200 miles. Then there started to be some durability issues because I'm extremely hard wearing on my shoes. If you guys see the soles or the midsoles after 200, 250 miles, with a lot of my shoes, they're highly compressed and torn up. I'm a bigger runner, I run with some more power. However, a lot of lighter, more efficient runners absolutely love this shoe and got 300 plus miles out of it. It is super soft underfoot, really comfortable ride. There's a nice rocker there to help roll you along. They also have some gel unit in the heel. I'm not sure how much that adds to the overall ride experience. Maybe it's a little bit more impact absorption if you were heel striking, but this is a great shoe at $120. That's a really nice deal. The reason it's discounted so much is because the Gel-Nimbus 26 just came out, which is a minor update, maybe a 10% difference to the 25. They added a little bit more rubber outsole. They changed some of the things with the upper, but it's not hugely different than the experience of the 25. So if you are in the market for a very comfortable, cushioned, either slower daily trainer or true recovery running shoe for those days after workouts or your legs are beat up, this is an awesome option at $120. I want to highlight another max cushion recovery shoe that's probably the best deal on the market. The shoe is getting a little bit older as we're thinking with the product life cycle right now, but that is the Saucony Triumph 20. This is now 2 model years behind, and that's why we're seeing it at $80. However, from the 20 to 21, there was not a huge change. They just updated the upper, so the midsole foam is the same exact thing as the 21, which is the current model year version of the shoe. We do know that the Triumph 22 will be coming out this year, which is a bigger update to the shoe. Brand new PIBA midsole foam, the whole revised platform, more of an aggressive rocker than what we're seeing in the 20 and 21. But in terms of the ride experience of the 20, this is a really durable max cushion shoe. It uses a beaded TPU foam. Now, TPU is one of the most durable compounds on the market. It's what we see in the Puma Velocity and that Nitro foam. It's what we see in the Adidas Boost line of shoes. It's also part of the blend and fuel cell. But in the Triumph 20, it has this beaded character to it. You can see these little pellets in the shoe. They're expanded during the manufacturing process. It's a nice bouncy feel. It's a nice soft feel if you're a bigger runner. We've had this bigger discussion a lot. I consider myself a bigger runner at 6'2", 160, but if you're putting more force down into the shoe, you're gonna get a nice soft bounce to it. If you're a lighter runner, it might be a little bit less soft, but still super cushioned and comfortable. So I love this as a long run shoe. I did a ton of 18, 20-mile long runs in it last winter, and it also has a nice thick rubber outsole, so to go along with the foam durability, you're gonna get a ton of miles out of the rubber as well. All right guys, next here we have the SC Trainer V2. This colorway, this one that I have right here, I bought for around $140 over the holidays, and now it's discounted to around $125 because New Balance is doing an additional 20% off of any orders over $100 on a lot of their shoes. So this guy right here is super soft, but it also has a nice little pop to it because the plate. So what I've been doing for the past few weeks is strategically putting miles on my shoe to do tests and to review some of them, get them to certain mileage marks. So I did that 100 miles straight in the Velocity Nitro 3, and then I put some miles on the Ghost Max to get that up to 50 to review it. I'll be putting that review out soon. And now I don't really have any shoe that I need to hit a certain mileage target on, which is kind of nice. So I've just been throwing a ton of miles this week on the SC Trainer V2. I don't love to run in plated shoes a lot, but this is a rare exception that it doesn't necessarily feel like an aggressive plated shoe. Yes, it does give you a lot of that assistance and makes it easier to run, which is one of the reasons I don't love running in plated shoes, because you can decrease some of your leg strength. But after running in that Velocity Nitro 3 for a week straight, I feel like I've eaten my broccoli and can now get a big serving of brownie sundae post meal. So this particular brownie sundae is great for long runs. It's great for any of those days where you want to just get some time out on your feet. It can pick up the pace a little bit for some strides. I've done marathon pace miles here and there in the shoe. I wouldn't necessarily love it for structured workouts if you're maybe faster than a 1:30 half marathon or 3 hour 3:10 marathon. You probably want something with a little more bite to it than this for any fast pace in the 5-minute range. But if you're running most of your miles in the 7, 8, 9-minute range, this can do the bulk of your work. Super comfortable shoe, really fun to run in. The only knock that I have on it so far is durability. I know a lot of you guys were curious to see how I'd be getting durability wise out of this shoe. See if we can get some light on it. And you can see I've completely worn the texture flat here, and we're likely not going to get this to 300 miles. We shall see though. But for a $120 price point, that puts it cheaper than a standard Pegasus. That puts it in line with the Saucony Ride, even cheaper than that shoe. So for what you're gonna get here, souped up everyday running shoe with a little bit of a pep from the plate, that's an awesome value. All right, guys, next up we have the Ultra Vanish Tempo for $100. Now, this is a zero drop shoe, so if you tend to have any issues with your knees and hips, this is gonna be a little bit easier on your upper legs. It is gonna put more stress on your calf and Achilles. However, what you're also getting in this package is a wider toe box from Ultra, a nice soft race day foam, so this is a super critical TPEE. And then you also get some nice styling to go along with it as well. So last week I joked that this is the perfect running shoe because a lot of the common issues we hear from runners are drops are too high, prices are too expensive, foams are too firm, the toe box is too narrow, and this has none of those issues. It's $100, you're getting a wide toe box, a soft foam, and it looks absolutely fantastic. So if you need a new non-plated shoe for daily miles or even casual use, zero drop shoes are great for the gym as well. This is a great choice. I would put it kind of in that Rebel V3 category. This is a little bit more stack, but in the same soft, bouncy foam where you can use it for some workouts, but also for daily training. But guys, next up here, we have something on the other end of the spectrum, thinking about foams. We have the Saucony Endorphin Shift 3. Now this is a firmer rocker daily trainer. It has tons of stability from a plastic heel clip out in the back. $80 right now, and it's one of the shoes that I put the highest mileage on in 2023. As a bigger, taller runner, this is a fantastic shoe for daily training because you get, yes, the same impact absorption as something like a Gel-Nimbus or a 1080, but with a little bit less of that energy return penalty because it's not a super soft sinking in foam that a lot of us bigger runners don't get along with. It has a little bit more of a fast character to it because of that rocker and because of that structure to the shoe. So if you want something for daily miles, if you want even a relaxed running shoe that doesn't have that super marshmallowy feel, Shift 3 is a great choice. I've said all of this dozens of times before, and I'll keep saying it because this is one of the best deals on the market at $80. If you like firmer shoes, there's no better firm shoe on the market to handle a bulk of your miles than the Shift 3. And now we have the aforementioned Rebel V3. I highlighted this a few weeks ago in the community tab, $65 at Foot Locker. That deal is still going strong. We have this cool purple and orange colorway going. It's like a blend of the Ravens and the Broncos. Shout out to my boy Lamar. I hope he balls out this weekend. I filmed another video that I'm gonna be posting soon about my half marathon training strategy for 2023 that got me the 119 PR. And this was the shoe that I did most of my race pace workouts in. So everything from 4-mile tempos to 8-mile half marathon pace tempos, pretty intense workouts. I did them in this low stack non-plated Rebel V3. I love this shoe for running fast. You can feel a little bit of the ground, but it has enough of pop and bounce in the foam, so you still are getting the benefits of having a modern shoe with some of this updated technology. So if you haven't given the Rebel franchise a shot, I would highly recommend picking up this shoe for $65. It's a great winter treadmill running shoe, great shoe to take to the gym, and all around fantastic shoe that if you are a more efficient runner or you just want to build up leg strength, it can also do long runs as well. I took this guy up to 16 miles over the summer, and it still felt great at that 2-hour mark. Now this next shoe here is similar to the Rebel. It is the Rincon 3, but this comes from Hoka. It's on sale right now for $87, and this is a lightweight daily trainer tempo style shoe. Some runners have reported that it's not the best for durability, but I'm going to continue to highlight it as it's on sale here because it is a really fun shoe to run in. It's lightweight. If you're not running a ton of miles and you want something from Hoka, this would be a really good option as an everyday running shoe. It has a moderate amount of cushion. It can pick up the pace, and of course it has that Hoka styling. So if you're a fan of the brand, this is probably the cheapest way to get into Hoka right now, and this is a great overall running shoe that's going to give you that Hoka experience without breaking the bank. All right guys, next up here we have the Nike Pegasus 40 for $74. Now this is one of my all-time favorite running shoes. The Pegasus is just a simple, no frill shoe. It's a little bit of a flexible platform and has a moderate stack, and it can handle any type of run that you throw at it. So I ran a ton of my miles in my half marathon training block in the shoe. I use it for casual use, I use it for traveling, and I always like to have a Pegasus in my rotation. If you haven't run the Pegasus before, it has a 10mm drop. The foam isn't super soft, it's not super firm. It's overall a shoe that most runners will get along with. Some of you might like a little bit more cushion to it, but as I've said, you need to have one shoe in your rotation that's not super cushioned. So if you have room in your rotation for a lower stack daily trainer that could also be used as a light workout shoe or a travel shoe, I would recommend the Pegasus. And now the last one we have here is the Atreyu daily trainer. Very similar to the Pegasus in character, except it's made by this brand called Atreyu, which is a running startup, and most of their shoes are priced around $100. This one is for sale now for $55, heavily discounted, and it's a really solid shoe. It uses a supercritical EVA foam, so similar to what we see in the Hoka Mach 5 and the Rebel V3. Nice, soft, bouncy character, clean styling. Overall, the package here is great for a daily trainer. Nice, thick rubber coverage durability. So if you're looking for a shoe that's simple, that's clean, that can handle everyday miles, or you just want to try a new brand, I would recommend the Atreyu Daily Trainer for $55, which is 25% the price of the MSRP of the Tracksmith Elliott Runner, which is also a great shoe from a running startup, but on the other end of the spectrum. So if you want to support running startups, check out the Atreyu line and specifically the Daily Trainer here. So, all right, guys, there you have it. That is our weekend deal roundup. Let me know all of your running shoe questions in the comments. And as always, guys, I appreciate the support, and I'll be back tomorrow for another video.